The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Sarah Chen stepped forward, her magnetic boots clicking against the metallic floor. Around the circular amphitheater, representatives from 47 species watched with expressions ranging from curiosity to barely concealed contempt. The humans had been members of the Galactic Confederation for only 3 solar cycles, barely enough time to understand the complex web of alliances and trade agreements that governed civilized space. "Honored delegates," Sarah began, her voice carrying clearly through the chamber's translation matrix. "Humanity formally requests military assistance against the Zephyrian Empire's continued expansion into our territory." A ripple of what might have been laughter echoed from the Cytherian delegation. High Counselor Vextar, his crystalline form refracting the chamber's lights into prismatic patterns, rose from his seat. "Young species." Vextar's voice resonated with millennia of authority. "The Zephyrians control 17 star systems. Their military doctrine has remained unchanged for 800 cycles. They are efficient. Your 3 colonies represent valuable real estate. Perhaps it would be wiser to negotiate terms of surrender." The Altarian representative, a being resembling a massive jellyfish floating in a containment suit, pulsed agreement. "The humans fight with primitive kinetic weapons and chemical propulsion. The Zephyrians have mastered plasma manipulation and gravity wells. This is not a contest." Sarah's expression remained neutral, though those who knew humans well might have noticed the slight tightening around her eyes. "I see. And if we refuse to surrender?" "Then you join the archaeological record," Vextar stated matter-of-factly. "Along with the Meridian Republic, the Outer Rim Collective, and 16 other species who thought they could oppose Zephyrian expansion." The human ambassador nodded slowly. "Thank you for your perspective, honored counselor. However, I believe there may be some misunderstanding about human military capabilities." She touched a control on her wrist device. "If I may." A holographic display materialized in the chamber's center, showing a star map. Red markers indicated Zephyrian-controlled systems, while blue dots marked human colonies. 3 days ago, Sarah continued, the Zephyrian Fourth Fleet, consisting of 47 capital ships and supporting vessels, entered the Kepler 442 system to begin their standard annexation protocol. The display zoomed in, showing ship formations. Several delegates leaned forward with interest. The Zephyrians were methodical. Their invasions followed predictable patterns that had worked for centuries. What the Zephyrian commanders didn't realize, Sarah said, her voice taking on a different tone, is that humans have been studying warfare for our entire recorded history. We've fought each other across every conceivable terrain, in every possible condition, using every available resource. We've made an art form of turning disadvantages into advantages. The display shifted, showing new contacts appearing throughout the system. Dozens of small craft, seemingly materializing from nowhere. Stealth technology, Admiral Korath of the Draconian Republic observed. Impressive, but insufficient against Zephyrian shields. "Oh, we weren't trying to hide ships." Sarah smiled, and something in that expression made several delegates unconsciously step back. "We were hiding asteroids." The display exploded into motion. What the Zephyrians had assumed were routine system debris suddenly sprouted engines, weapon systems, and guidance packages. Hollowed-out asteroids, invisible to conventional sensors, accelerated toward the Zephyrian fleet. Kinetic bombardment using natural camouflage, Sarah explained as the delegates watched in stunned silence. "We call it the Trojan Rock Gambit, but that was just the opening move." The display showed the Zephyrian fleet's response, a textbook defensive formation designed to deal with conventional threats. Plasma batteries charged, gravity wells deployed to deflect incoming projectiles. "The Zephyrians are excellent tacticians," Sarah continued, "but they've been fighting the same way for 8 centuries. They've forgotten that warfare is about adaptation." New contacts appeared on the display. Ships emerged from within the system's gas giant, having used its magnetic field and radiation to mask their approach. Simultaneously, the asteroids revealed their true purpose, not as weapons but as delivery systems. Each one cracked open, releasing clouds of smaller objects. Drone swarms, the Altarian representative pulsed nervously. Not drones, Sarah corrected. Mines, approximately 40,000 self-propelled, target-seeking mines with adaptive AI guidance systems. Each one individually insignificant, collectively overwhelming. The display showed chaos engulfing the Zephyrian formation. Their powerful weapons, designed to engage capital ships, proved ineffective against thousands of small, maneuverable targets. Their shields, calibrated for energy weapons, offered minimal protection against kinetic impacts. While their point defense systems were occupied, Sarah continued, her voice taking on an almost casual tone, our actual attack fleet emerged from the ice rings of the fourth planet, where they'd been waiting in powered-down mode for 6 weeks. Vextar's crystalline form flickered rapidly, a sign of extreme agitation. 6 weeks? Impossible. No crew can maintain operational efficiency in such conditions. Zephyrian crews can't, Sarah agreed. But humans evolved on a world that tried to kill us daily. We're remarkably good at being uncomfortable for extended periods. We call it patience. The battle's conclusion played out in accelerated time. The human fleet, emerging fresh and coordinated while the Zephyrians struggled with the mine swarm, executed what human military historians would later call a perfect alpha strike. Every shot found its target. Every maneuver achieved maximum tactical advantage. 47 capital ships, Sarah announced quietly. 0 survivors. Total human casualties. 14 wounded, none fatal. The chamber had become a tomb. The most powerful military minds in the galaxy stared at the display, trying to comprehend what they'd witnessed. This is one example, Sarah continued, of what we call asymmetric warfare. We have approximately 3,000 other documented tactical approaches, each designed for specific circumstances. We've spent our entire species development learning new ways to win fights we shouldn't be able to win. She gestured, and the display shifted to show human-controlled space. What had been 3 blue dots was now 17. The Zephyrian Empire has surrendered, she announced. Their remaining fleets are withdrawing to their core systems. They've requested negotiations for a non-aggression pact. High Counselor Vextar managed to find his voice. How did you accomplish this so quickly? Sarah's smile returned, and this time, it was genuinely warm. Counselor, humans have a saying. The best way to win a war is to make your enemy realize they can't win it. The Zephyrians studied our tactics for exactly 4 hours before opening surrender negotiations. She paused, letting that sink in. Honorable delegates, humanity doesn't seek conquest or domination. We simply want to exist in peace. But if threatened, we will respond with the accumulated wisdom of 10,000 years of warfare, refined through necessity into doctrines that turn disadvantage into victory and desperation into strength. The ambassador touched her control device and the display vanished. Now then, she said brightly, shall we discuss trade agreements? In the stunned silence that followed, 47 species collectively realized that the galaxy's balance of power had just shifted fundamentally. And somewhere in the back of their minds, each delegate made a mental note to ensure their species remained on humanity's good side. After all, they had just learned what happened to those who didn't.